Sorry, we're a little late in the recording here for baby steps because I had to get a controller plugged in. My bad, y'all. My bad. Now that we got it plugged in, I can tell you this is the new Bennett Foddy game. The demo is available on Steam right now. Maybe on PS5.
Nate!
I don't know. Holy cow.
Nate! Nate!
Nate, buddy, family meeting. Let's go.
Is that actually Squeaks?
Not right now.
Talked about this.
Not right now.
You are
okay?
literally killing him with these pizzas.
You just want to throw him.
I'm not trying to just do a Dan bit. I was like, that actually sounds 100% like Squeaks.
Some kind of discipline. Nate, if you can hear my voice, I want you to come up here. We're having a family meeting.
It still sounds like him. This is actually how the game Out of This World starts too, man. L to move. Okay. Unk thinks he's a coelacanth. R2 and L2 to lift your feet. Okay. I mean, this ain't nothing but a peanut for a guy like me, man.
Deep breath. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're with Jim?
I'm Jim.
No, I'm Jim.
Yeah, no, you're Jim.
Just relax. Nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody falls. Let's get you on your feet.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
What's your name, son?
I'm Nate.
Nate. Good to meet you.
Yeah, it's just, what's this
Yo,
program
the
called?
pajamas kind of go crazy, though.
Like, what's the name of the camp or whatever?
Oh, it's not a camp.
To my parents?
Death Stranding 2 looks amazing, man.
No. It's just a cave.
Oh.
But it's mysterious. Of course, you're full of questions.
I got it.
But before we get to that, there's just a few things I've got to explain.
Oh, that's okay.
What?
Can I go?
Go?
Like, if I leave, are you gonna stop me?
No,
Oh,
of course not.
okay. Then I'm just gonna head out. It's nice to meet you. Ooh.
Okay.
See ya.
All right.
Huge. Whoops. So I'd say probably 99% of the people doing the demo have probably done exactly what I just did right there as well. Okay, stand up, please. Stand up. We go left, right. Military was kind of on to something, man, with marching at the very least. You pretty much do go left, right a lot. That's one thing they got on lock. What do you mean -2? That's how you march, bro. You go left, right. And then if you get out of step, you do like, I don't know if you ever had to go to Fort Henry on like a field trip, but if you ever got out of step, you got to do one of these really quick. And then that puts you right back into step. True. You know what's... It's not my story to tell, but I'm going to tell it anyway. One of my wife's friends got a summer job playing a brass instrument in a Canadian military band as a university student. I gotta turn this down, this is crazy. So at first, it was like, that's sick, because you get paid like way more money than most student jobs to do... I gotta turn this down, the birds are taking me out, man. I'm in the middle of my story, Nate! Can you just chill? Okay, we're gonna leave it right there. So, you know, and it comes with benefits. It's technically a government job. But then... it turns out that, like, to play a brass instrument in a military band, you don't just, like, play your trumpet and then go home. You have to, like, live in the barracks. You have to march. You have to do, like, the same physical, education and exercise regimen that, like, the infantry have to do. Oh, I gotta figure out what we're doing here. So, like, you're basically just a soldier, but, like, instead of a gun, you have, like, a bassoon or whatever. And then she ended up getting, like, a permanent injury as a result of her student job. Why everyone's saying, like, no shit, but, like, why should the trumpet player in the military have to do basic training? That doesn't make sense to me.
Jim.
Yeah,
Now I can't really hear you, Jim, but the birds are so loud.
like we got off on the wrong foot.
Nah,
Let's just cut straight to the good stuff. Come with me.
that's
Won't take a minute. Just it's very close.
actually I do have to.
Because they have to play on the battlefield?
Let's
Buddy,
get-
in 2025?
I'm just trying to get you some shoes.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone's going out onto the battlefield with a euphonium.
That's how I like it. I just do.
They're going out onto the battlefield with nothing. Aren't they just getting into like a bunker and then flying a drone over Discord screen share or something?
This is pretty far, man. I'm worried about your kidneys.
I've got strong kidneys.
Yeah, just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I just went away.
Pea shy.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't want me watching.
Can't hear shit? Well, you gotta pick your battles, because if you can hear shit, it's just it's like being in the Rainforest Cafe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh.
Uru. Like we say goodbye around here.
Yeah.
Subtitles, bro? That's what happens when you press the pause button right now. Now we can turn on subtitles. Continue. Why he kind of thick though? Sedentary lifestyle. The one thing that's interesting to me so far about baby steps is I thought it would be hard, but it turns out it's actually like one of the easiest games I've ever played. It's just like getting around IRL. What was the permanent injury? I don't know. She screwed up her knee doing all the marching or something like that, and it's never been the same since. But the irony is, like, I think now the government had to, like, pay her, like, an insurance settlement or something. So, I mean, it's like an everybody loses situation, because I'm sure she'd rather just have, like, a healthy knee, but also, like, I'm sure she was like, wait, I really thought I'd just be playing my musical instrument and not marching so much. And they were like, you little baby. And then she got hurt, and they were like, okay, well, now we got to pay you some money. So maybe they should have listened to her in the first place, man. Get up, please. You have to sign something beforehand. No disrespect, I'd be signing all sorts of stuff where it says when you sign it that you waive your right to like sue them for compensation or negligence. And then like as I'm signing it in my head, I'm like, that's not gonna hold up. I'm definitely taking you to court if my kid shatters her femur at this like trampoline playground, 100% you're gonna see me in court. I don't give a shit if I sign the waiver. And I have a feeling that the judge might not either. To be honest with you. Hang on, just gonna sneak right by you. Hold. Hold. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Surely you read your deployment contract? Buddy, that's just one more step keeping me from getting in the driver's seat of my new Dodge Charger, okay? Hold. Hold. Nate, you can do this. Simone Biles. Easiest day of my life. $29% interest. I did read a story yesterday about a guy who bought a truck. The truck was like already expensive. It was like $105,000. Then the interest on the loan that he got was like 10.8% or something like that over 5 years. So by the time that he's done making payments, the truck is like $182,000 or something like that. I'm like, damn, man, that's... I saw that too. That's rough. 10% kind of rough. It's like 10% interest doesn't seem that bad. Until, oh, lost my cup at the carnival. Bring the fire tower. It doesn't seem that bad until you realize that that's like 10% of the loan per year. I've got a 21% right now. Are you buying like Pepe coin on margin or something? I'm not trying to like shame you or anything. 21% is crazy. A student loan is 11? That should be criminal. That's crazy. 11% means it doubles like every 6.5 years. My student loan is 0.2? That's fucking sick, man. 4.14 on your mortgage, that seems about right now. I can't be mad at, not to finance post, I can't be mad at you when that's basically where mine's at too. In Kelowna, that makes perfect sense, man. 2.3 here. Okay, I have to tell you, sorry, this is not what anybody, like, actually the people watching this are gonna get so upset because we're talking about, like, extremely grown-up shit when we should be, like, talking about Twitch clips and stuff like that. Did you know that in the United States, most people are on 30-year fixed mortgages? This is something that it's a difference between Canada and America, and there's good and bad that comes with both of it. So when you buy a house in the United States, you sign a mortgage where your rate is locked in for 30 years. So if you bought your house in like 2021 or 2020, probably 2021, you got a sick rate. You might have paid a lot for your house, but you got a sick rate. I guess maybe we should be going up this way. In Canada, we don't really do that. You sign mortgage renewals every like 2 to 5 years or so. So I don't know, when we bought our house, I think we had like a 2.25 or something like that. But then when the renewal came up, it went up to high 3s, I think. Now, there's good and bad. A lot of people, Americans, say that it's bad because, like, well, what if you get a great rate? Then you don't want to lose it. That's true, but that's, like, to me at least, that's a little hubris, right? That's like you feel like you can time the interest rate market. There's also the flip side happens a lot of the time, too. You buy a house because you need to buy a house whenever you buy it. And then, like, the rate when you buy it sucks ass. And then 5 years later, you're like, oh, the rate's actually better now. Lucky me.
Oh, hey. Oh.
Sorry, I thought that was my
Is
stomach.
everybody there? Oh.
You refinance in the U.S.? Don't you pay a penalty for refinancing, though? Costs a little, but it pays for itself. And people are mad at the banks? They're mad at the banks for offering this service? I'm just trolling a little bit. Like, I don't really mess with the banks too much, but, like, that seems nice. Thanks for playing the demo! No shot. No. They're going to let us climb that big tower. They're trolling.
Oh, hey, another newbie.
Oh, hey. I'm not new. You must be newer than me.
Yeah, no, I just got in. I've just been getting
Will
suited up
Poulter?
for the bike.
Grappling hook?
Yeah. I was headed over to the Poison Swamp. Would you want to join?
Poison swamp?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm just normal swamp.
Oh no, do you not have a map?
Oh, kind of like a mental map.
Oh no. Look at this. Look, this is I got this map.
Oh.
It's got everything on it. Check it out.
Oh, damn.
See, really good.
Oh yeah, that looks all right.
I'm sure Jim.
GTA 6 who?
We should just get him over here.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, he'll come if we scream.
No. No, it's okay. I'm fine, Jim. I'm fine. It's fine. No. Sorry, it's just that we talked about, and we decided mutually I shouldn't have a map.
You shouldn't have a map.
Oh yeah, no. We were talking, and I don't know. He looked at me and he said, "You look kind of like an elite climber. Better not give you a map."
Oh, you're elite. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm new to this. My name's Mike, by the way.
I'm Nate.
All right, see you later.
Ooh, woo.
He really said, ooh, woo. We will climb the tower. Anyway, back to the important stuff, talking about mortgages. You guys see Wealth Simple is about to offer, what? Well, imagine, though, if we just sneak around the side. Maybe we can turn around and go up that way instead. Dude, you're right. Maybe it's like a deconstruction. Maybe they intend for you to sneak past it. Maybe it's a deconstruction of the concept of a demo. There's another path. This one's called the Golden Path. Paul Atreides. Hold. What's this type of guy called? I think lately, I'm not going to say it's the preferred nomenclature, but lately the most common nomenclature is fail son. Which is a kind of an offensive term, for sure. Because I think that you can, like, not be economically successful in your life and still not consider your existence a failure. Like, there's lots of... you know, there's lots of value you can provide to society beyond the financial, beyond the occupational. But I believe that we're using the term fail son right now. Not a very good foothold here. Just give me a second. I don't think you can sneak that, man. I really tried. You don't have to sugarcoat it? Well, like, I don't really care if you don't have, like, a job, as long as your soul is pure. But if you don't have a job and your soul is, like, decrepit, then, yeah, that's a real problem. You gotta pick a lane. Like, pick a struggle, man. Okay, maybe something over here. We never came this way to start. Jobless and annoying is crazy. Listen. I'm only one job away from being in that camp, so I'm not trying to make any enemies right now, is what I'm trying to say. You were talking about Wealth Simple? Yeah, they did a press conference yesterday. They're going to allow mobile check deposits on the app soon, man. That's crazy. Not to mention bank drafts, and apparently they'll Uber cash to your door to save you from going to an ATM, which is a service I don't care about at all, especially because it's going to cost money to get the cash, but, like, it's bold, that's for sure. That's even worse for you than Reddit? I'm a Wealth Simple user, bro. Their checking account pays like 2.75% right now or something crazy. Not to mention the Wealth Simple credit card. I'm not a user, by the way, but the Wealth Simple credit card, no questions asked, 2% cash back on all purchases. Americans, please be silent. You guys get so lucky with credit card rewards. That for Canada is basically like possibly among the best credit cards that can be offered. I'm not advertising to you. If I was advertising to you, I would give you my referral code because we each get 25 bucks when you sign up. Sorry, when you sign up and fund. Hold. Does your code still work? I think I need to generate a new one.
Oh, shit.
VO Bank has 4.5% APY. No disrespect to VO Bank. Maybe they're doing great work. Can I ask what their assets under management is? Because it sounds like it might be like, you know, under $100,000 total. Like, is the bank well capitalized to be offering 4.5% APY? That's like over prime right now, man. Anyone here work at VIO Bank? I use it. Did they send you any emails in like March 2023 when Silicon Valley Bank crashed and they were like, hey, just so you go, hey, our ATMs are going down for scheduled maintenance all across our network, just so you guys know, we'll keep you posted on when they go up. Nah, they're probably chill. Unk's out of pocket for this one for sure. Come on, man.
Crap. Watch it burn.
How do you feel about the inevitable end of capitalism due to labor value dropping to zero? I'm actually, it might surprise you. I'm with you, man. Not to pander, but like doing shit seems like it's not in an advantageous position versus like having shit right now. Like capital is OP compared to labor right now. It's all bullshit, man. Always has been? I don't know, maybe. I mean, back in like the year negative 10,000, doing shit was probably like really highly valued. You'd be like, okay, you got 6 blueberries. I'm doing shit. I took your blueberries. Labor beats capital in that situation, I suppose. Hold. Hold. Please talk about ice cream again. Are you, I was going to call you Milton Berle. Are you Milton Friedman? Listen, being breaded is sick, but at the same time, it seems crazy that, like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, like, it works. I'm being careful here, but it works out in my favor most of the time. But, like, you can just put your money in, like, a CD, and you're not really, like, doing anything for society, but you get, like, money back, like 3%. But then like a dude can come to your house and like clean your car. He's giving up like a little bit of his lifespan to clean your car. And you pay him with like money that you got for doing nothing. That doesn't seem right, man. I just traded you none of my life for some of yours. That's fucked up. I don't know if there's a fix for it, but it's... I've just traded none of my time for some of your time. Get up, Rock. Hold. 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 All right, that message is too long. I'm going to say you got the spirit, but the message is too long. I can't read it. Hold. Okay. They were trolling when they said the demo was over, man. No! Oh, that's a long trip, too. Oh, shit. I get it now. I get it. We even scored a goal. Like, I think I agree with you guys broadly and even specifically on most things. The reason I get mad is because you keep telling me it's offensive to say we need a Chinese Rizzler. The word Chinese is not offensive when applied in that context. There are some contexts where the word Chinese would be offensive, like within the context of the rest of the sentence. We need a Chinese Rizzler is not an offensive sentence. They already got one? I did not know that. I didn't see that. Why does he need to be Chinese? Because he was born in China. Hope that helps. You hear this, man? There's like a dolphin over here. Okay, get up, get up. Who's squeaking? Actually, might be me, now that I think about it. It really is Death Stranding, man. You know what I've been thinking about? That picture that says, okay, so there's a 56-year-old woman here. I know it might not be considered quite in the pantheon of classic reaction images. I'm thinking it should be elevated, though. Librarian, yeah, pull that up. Can you pull that up? Cabbie? I don't know what that means. To me, cabbie is a guy on Canadian Sports Center who tells you, like, what the can't-miss parlays are tonight. Twitter user. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so there's a 36-year-old man here. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that. Some of the restaurants I go to, I'm like, damn. They ain't ever seen a player like me walk in here, huh? Cold. The 56-year-old just showed up uninvited to a college party and refused to leave. Queen's homecoming energy. I think I've told this story before, but when I was... I mean, I guess this is the tradition of homecoming at, like, all universities, but, like, a homecoming weekend is where alumni for the school travel back to their college, or maybe their high school, depending on where you live, to relive their college experience for a weekend and watch football. When I was an undergrad, it's probably like 2007, we threw a party for homecoming. And then, like, a bunch of dudes in their 40s kept trying to get into our party. And we were like, no, man. We're like 18, 19 years old. You can't come to our party. You're 40. I'd bring this story up from time to time, and people would be like, that's kind of sick, though. I imagine, like, when you're 40, you'll feel differently. No, man, now I'm 36, and I'm like, that's even worse. There's no shot I would go back to Queen's University and then... roll up to like a random house and be like, I also went to this school 20 years ago. Let me in. I got nothing in common with you. Enjoy your weekend, man. I got my own shit to do. No shot. I'm not saying there's anything predatory. I'm sure, like, you know, it happens, but like, I'm not going to judge them to that degree just out of nowhere. But at the same time, it is weird. I basically don't want to hang out with a 40-year-old that, like, wants to binge drink. 40-year-old that wants to have a couple beers? Sure, man, let's chop it up, but... Best Kingston eats? Ketsuo, you here? Let's chop it up. Best Kingston eats? Maybe Sally's Roadie Shop? Lots of great Thai and Cambodian food. Mekong. Only ate there once. So I got a gift certificate. I ate there once. I did think it was pretty good, though. McDonald's? Nah, not the one on Princess and Sydenham. After dark, at least. Coffee Way? They do have some sick donuts, but, you know, you find yourself out by, like, Old Regiopolis. Like, I mean, get out of there. What are you doing there as a tourist? Hold. 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 I lived on Pine Street during law school. Coffee Way was not the place to be. Yo, but East Side Village, right in the same plaza as that Coffee Way before they changed ownership, was actually dynamite Chinese food. That might have been the best Chinese food that I had ever had in Kingston. And then they sold, and apparently they changed the recipes. My parents are telling me all the time that it's not as good as it used to be, but prime East Side. Silverwalk is good too, but didn't Silverwalk do the, like, post-COVID, they're still takeout only or something like that? I don't want to get sued for, like, slander, but I also heard that Silverwalk is basically just running the restaurant because they also own the building. So they're running the restaurant just for, like, something to do until private equity comes in and goes like, hey, I'm going to buy the building from you. Like, it's a real estate play. But Silverwalk Chinese was, when I worked downtown, was nice for sure. I still recommend it, man. Any slide updates? Yeah, local government has turned me into a libertarian. Basically. Federally leftist, municipally libertarian. I kind of don't understand why they won't take my money to build a slide. It doesn't make any sense to me. I recognize that maybe I'm trying to put a slide in an overserved park, but the slide was already there. It just broke, and they won't fix it until, like, Oppenheimer Park gets a zip line or something like that. Can't I just give you the money for the slide, and then you take what would have been the slide money and give it to Oppenheimer Park for the zip line? Like, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Hold. Hold. You can't make a flat donation. You can make a flat donation, but they're not going to use it for what I want them to use it for. They're going to use it to build some shit in a neighborhood that I don't live in. And, like, that's good, but I'd rather, like, can we just do some accounting shit? Can I give you money? You use the money to build the shit where I want you to build it, and then you take it out of the budget for that place and then move it to the place where you want to build your thing? It's not a bribe. The slide is broken, man. It broke. They can't fix it. It all sounds so simple. Well, like, I get you're making a joke, but also I'm like, they're the ones who complicated it. It could be that simple. They could just take the money and build the slide. They could take one slide's worth of money and build it. They're the ones who are putting, like, roadblocks in the way. Okay, wait. You're the slide guy? We still talk about you in the office. Justin May, explain it to me! Also, maybe that's why this shit is, why it costs $85,000 to build a slide, is because you guys are all talking about it in the office instead of making phone calls. We still talk about you. Okay, hang on. Post up. Confidence. That was sick, right? Just fix it yourself? No, I can't do that because then, like, first off, I don't have those kind of skills. Secondly, like, by the way, I made up 85,000 as a number. So don't get too hung up on that. It might be, for all I know, it might be 2,500 bucks. It might be 10 grand. It might be 200 grand. I just picked a number that I thought would get your attention. But then also, I'm like, if someone gets hurt on the slide after, like, the city doesn't... I mean, it just, you know what? They would love it. They would fucking love it if I just did some tactical urbanism, fixed the slide, and then some kid sliced open their femoral artery on it, and I got put in prison. They would love... I'm sure they'd be coming around to all the conjugal visits going, see? That's why we need a project manager and 17 engineers to see if we can fix the slide that was built in 1992 by one dude over a weekend. Piss me the fuck off, man. No, you're not going down like that. Hold. Hold. That's true. Couldn't I just spin up like an LLC for $100 and be like, an anonymous benefactor gave us exactly enough money to build a slide in this park, and then immediately fold the corporation after the creation of the slide? Now we're talking. They'll tear it down? Maybe that's the problem with society, man. They're so good at destroying things. So ass at building things. Even like the building is not that bad. It's just the process of like getting them to agree to build it takes 100 fucking years. And then they're like, I'm sorry, I'm crashing out. It's not the lady's fault that I talked to on the phone. Like she's just a, you know, not to be rude to her, but she's kind of like a mouthpiece for the broader policies that have been put in place. But like, she's telling me about how, don't worry, like the parks are on like a 10 to 15 year renewal timeline. And I'm like, cool, my kid will be like 26 by the time the fucking slide gets fixed. She's not gonna give a fuck, man. I mean, like, your prime sliding years is really like 1 to 8, man. Like, you probably do half of your sliding in your life by the time you're 4. So she's already in the denouement. I'm not saying, like, you're never going to go down a slide again, but, like, I probably went down a slide at, like, age 14, and then I didn't go down again until I had to go down the slide with my kids. So there was, like, almost a 20-year window where I didn't slide at all. To be realistic with you, I wouldn't be surprised if I've done 95% of the sliding I'll ever do in my life. Maybe 98. What about water parks? Now and then. Now and then I'll go down a slide at a water park. That's true. Don't fall. Well, I'd say, like, I don't think we're getting across this, man. I could try. Sad-ass realization. Well, here I go. That was fast. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up! Oh, he's going, he's going. Just go slide? I get you're telling chat to, like, you know, seize the day. But the other thing is, like, there's a reason you stopped sliding. Like, age 35, the slide really isn't that much fun. You should, like, you know, go for a walk or something for sure. That can be life affirming. But age 35 going down the slide, you're kind of just, especially because, like, most of the slides are maximum, like, 2 times my height. So you kind of, like, get on, and then a second later, you're at the bottom, and you're like, okay. Also, being at a playground by yourself as an adult. I'm here to tell you, I think we should normalize that more. It's good that people care about the kids, but, like, I'll be at the playground, and then, like, adults will come over and be like, hey, like, they always, like, almost ask for permission. They're like, hey, I'm just gonna use the pull-up bar really quick. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, man, it's a public facility. You paid for it. Go ahead, use the pull-up bar. I get that they're being, like, overly, like, concerned that I'm gonna call the police, and I think it's sad that society's in that place, but I get where they're coming from, at least. But the implication? The implication is that they're doing pull-ups at the park, man. In Korea, old people be enjoying the fuck out of playgrounds. They have those exercise machines that do nothing. The elliptical machine with no resistance whatsoever. The swiveler where you stand on the circle and grab handles and then just move your hips like this. They got all that shit over there, man. They recognize it's a public space for people of all ages. I don't think I can make it up, man.
God.
Something also about swings, man. I can't go on a swing anymore. I get, like, my motion sickness has gotten so much better as I've gotten older, but the collateral damage is that I used to be able to go on swings as a kid. As an adult, swinging for like 30 seconds makes me want to throw up. I don't know why. I actually think it might be related to having a strong glasses prescription. And then, like, because when you have a glasses prescription as strong as mine, I'm basically seeing the world through, like, 2 big magnifying glasses. And then, like, the swing is changing my field of view very rapidly and in multiple dimensions, like, as I'm arcing through the air. So sometimes I take my glasses off, and I'm like, I think it feels a little bit better, but I also do think it might be ear-related. Like, to be honest with you, I think I have impacted earwax in one of my ears. Does anyone know? This is very millennial posting of me. What do I do about that? Do I just, like, go to an ear doctor and go scrape my shit out? Like, what do you do? I'd rather a doctor did it, to be honest. I don't trust myself to do it. I don't have that kind of, that detail-oriented personality. Kate does, but I'd really rather just have an expert. Because, like, you've only got 2 ears, right? Like, I know that it's, like impacted. I'll tell you why. I can push, like, you know you have that little, like, tab on your ear? I can push on that tab on my right side. My hearing is completely unaffected. Like, this is exactly the same. If I push the tab on my left side, my hearing gets, like, obfuscated. It gets obstructed. There's something in the way. So I think I've got too much earwax in there. I gotta get it handled. What a climb, bro. Urgent care? Really?
Oh my God.
I'm not distrusting you. Maybe it's more serious than I'm, like, letting on. The problem is that, and sorry, this is not public policy posting, it's more of a joke than anything else. Sadly, the fastest way to deal with any non-life-threatening problem in Canada is to go to urgent care. Because like if I call my doctor and go, hey, can you like set this up for me? That might be like 8 months. I should maid bait them. Call them up and be like, I'm looking for a pill that will kill me. They'll be like, we got a space at 1:30. Then when I get into the fucking doctor's office, psych! I got earwax in my ear, bitch. What do I do? Oh, fuck. You got me. Too bad you will die. That's damn true. Dude, I still think one of the greatest stories in Canadian history was that dude who had got hospitalized because he asked his friend for a sip of his made cocktail. And then, like, he had the sip and it almost killed him, which makes perfect sense because the drink is designed to kill you. Like, humanely. It's a serious, like, dude's rock moment. Is that the juice that kills you? Can I have a sip? I have to imagine it tastes fucking horrible. Not that that's like a major concern at that point, but... Also, I don't want to do it at my family doctor. I want to do it at like an ear, nose, and throat doctor that I've never been to, and I'll tell you why. I'm sure that shit has been impacted for like almost a decade, if not a decade or more. So when they flush that shit out, it's gonna smell so horrible that they're like, I can't have that on my permanent record for someone who I have to see for like the rest of my life. It has to be a stranger. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. It won't smell, it'll just be a dark ball. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes the earwax, I mean, it smells, it's not horrendous, but it smells kind of bad. How long have you noticed it being an issue? I don't know, like 2 or 3 years. Just like a short-term problem like that. Real? Yeah, you know, you get busy with other stuff. And you're like, I'll do it next week. And then, you know, next week you're like, oh, some shit came up that I didn't, it's more urgent that I didn't expect. Maybe up there. By the kid at Walgreens. I just don't trust myself. I'm not that guy. Like with the camera and the water and stuff. I think I'd rather just have somebody do it for me, to be honest with you. But I'm excited to get it done and then have my ears like hear better again. Like my right ear is as good as it's ever. Well, it's obviously not scientifically accurate, but like my right ear is fine. Like it feels as the same as it's ever felt, so I'm sure it's just like age-related hearing loss, but nothing too severe. I'm pretty serious about like not ignoring the warning on my phone to like turn the music down. Whenever the Bluetooth icon turns orange, I turn it down a couple notches.